All right, we are live. Okay. Welcome back to another episode of Silver Lining TV, where we motivate and inspire people to create a better life through real estate. And today I am joined with my business partner, Joseph Spivey. What's happening, brother?
What's up?
And you know what? I'm gonna have you do an introduction. For all the people who don't know who Joseph is, let them know who you are, brother.
Oh man, I am Joseph Spivey here with the Silver Lining Real Estate Group. I've been doing real estate for almost 4 years now. Started in 2018. Man, it's just been quite the journey. Been taking my lumps, learning as I go. And the best part about being in real estate is being on my team that I am on. Silver Lining Real Estate Group has just been phenomenal. It's breathed life into me. I tell you that. And man, I'm excited to help as many people as possible. So don't be afraid to reach out to any of us on the team for any of your real estate needs.
Reach out to Joseph. He won't take
But me first.
So we thought to do something a little different today. We wanted to talk about the cons of buying a home. Like 3 reasons why you should not buy a home this year. Okay, so we're going to break it down to them, let them know bit by bit why you should probably not buy a home. So Joseph, you want to hop into it, my brother?
Yes, I do. All right. So one of the things that I would definitely say, if you're in this category, do not buy a home at the moment. And at the end, I'll show you there's like a little twist to it, but still, if you make great money, but you are terrible with your money management, you should definitely not buy a home. So there's plenty of things. I've worked with plenty of people who make great money, but they make terrible money decisions, which can knock them out of being pre-approved or keep them from actually buying a home. They not have enough money saved up. When you make great money, you tend to want to spend it, and which is understandable. You worked hard for that cash, you spend it how you want it. However, when it comes to reaching certain goals in your life, you definitely want to be a little more cautious on what you spend your money on. And that's when we come down to liabilities versus assets. What's going to actually help you make money or help you be stable, and what's just going to drain money from your bank account. So that would be like my number one reason why you should not buy a home is if you are terrible with your money management, but you make great money. Because I'll put it to you this way, no matter how much you work out, you can work out 7 days a week. You can work out twice a day. If your diet is terrible, that's your base pyramid, how you eat, how you nutrition, everything, all of that. If that's bad, you can't outwork a bad diet. I don't care what you say. And look, you might be young with a great metabolism now, okay? But once you hit 30, because the brother just turned 31 last year, that metabolism might say, oh, hold on a minute. And you're like, where does 5 pounds come from? I got handles where I shouldn't have them. So
that's funny.
Same thing with your money.
So would you say that the money, like becoming financially responsible, would you say it's like 80% mental and like 20% strategy?
Yes.
Right. So when it comes to buying a home, you got to make sure your mind is right. Okay. You got to make sure that you are putting money in places where it needs to be. That if you bought a home today and 6 months later something breaks in it, but you don't have the money or any resources to be able to fix it, you're going to be in a heap of trouble. Okay, let's say a furnace, right? Imagine having your furnace not work in the type of winter we've had. Okay, so what he's saying is be financially stable enough to where you can get into a home and keep it in spite of what happens. All right, in spite of what happens, and make sure you have the habits and the mindset built to where when you buy a home, you're not stretching your budget as well. One of the things I know we do, because we talk about it all the time, is what can you afford, and what's the top amount of money that you can afford. So we have that comfortable affordability number, and then we have what can you not go above. All right, we want to try to keep you in where you're comfortable, but also make sure that home that you're looking for is going to fit that comfortable number. And if it doesn't, we're going to have an honest conversation and say, maybe you should not buy it. Okay. So yeah, good point.
Thank you. Thank you.
A little deeper in that.
Oh, for sure. And to touch on that, more on that too, is like you said, that you have that comfort, affordability, and then what is stretching you. We want you to be in the position to where you're not real estate rich and real life poor, to where everything that you do, every single dollar that you make goes into paying for your home or keeping yourself in your house.
I need you to say that again.
Okay, I don't want you to be real estate rich and real life poor. So where everything everything that you do goes into paying for your home. We want you to live comfortably. The purpose of being in the house is to establish equity and to build a stable foundation for you and your family.
Absolutely. Foundation is the key.
Yes.
All right. Your foundation is not supposed to be shaky.
So right. True. So true.
Good point. I think we killed that one.
Oh, for sure. For sure. My next reason why you shouldn't buy a home is, this touches on employment as well. If you're at a job that will promote you and you're on the verge of being promoted, however, when you get promoted, you might be promoted out of state, I would definitely hold off on buying a home. And the reason being is because, you might be in a great position, able to afford the home that you want. And then next thing you know, I got a great promotion. I'm gonna be making even more money, but I do have to relocate now. Okay, well, if you've already purchased a home or in the process of buying a home, and now you know that you're no longer going to be in the same area, that throws a little wrench in your plans. I would hate for you to be in the process of being under contract for a home and to find out that you have to move to Texas. Right. Okay, so now I have to move to Texas and I'm in the middle of buying this home. We're going to fall out of contract, and then on top of that, we're going to lose earnest money. And you never know. These days, people get pretty petty about things. You might get sued. So not to scare anybody, but to say, this is why you need to establish a plan for yourself and know exactly where you are, what's going to happen to you. It's always good to have things planned out a couple months in advance, at least. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, so we said two things so far. We're gonna say, first thing is establish your foundation, which is your habits. Right?
Yes.
And then the second one was what was the second one?
What
was your main point in the second one again?
Oh, my main point in the second one is
plan.
Yeah.
Like a strategy or a plan.
Correct.
So again, guys, like, we've helped people buy a home that did not think they could ever do it. All right. And for them to be able to buy the home and keep it, they had to make sure they understood, I need to have some money saved. I recommend 3 to 6 months of your expenses saved. Mm-hmm. All right. That way you can buy a home and you're not stressed out about it, okay, financially. And then sitting down and having a plan, planning out what is it that I want? And do I want to be comfortable having it? All right. All right, I'm gonna have you move on, but I just thought foundation strategy.
There you go. Man, this is like we preaching up in here.
Wow.
Yes. My last point, next to last point, again, there's a little trick later. If you are not, and here, okay, this is more often pointed toward my couples out there, people who are in relationships. And I know this is a touchy subject for some people because, you love that significant other, or at least you think you love that significant other right now. You might not even be married yet and want to buy a house with this person. What I would say is, if you are not 100% committed to your partner, or if you are not, if you are in some shaky grounds on your relationship, I would definitely advise on not buying a home with this person at this moment. You definitely want stuff worked out and a family is pretty much the foundation of a good home. So if you feel like you're in a relationship and it's not going well, buying a house is not going to help. So the reason I bring this up is because finances are one of the biggest reasons that couples break up. That is like literally, I would say probably 50% of why most people break up. Mismanaging money. Again, make great money, but you're terrible with it. If you're in a relationship, your significant other probably thinks that you're terrible with that money as well. So that's something that you want to take in consideration. If you're really, truly going to be buying a home with someone, want to make sure that you are 100% committed to that person, because ideally you're going to be financially tied, essentially legally tied to that person through a house, especially if you're getting financed together. And then when it comes down to title work, say you break up and things don't pan out the way you want it to with that person. Now you have an asset hanging in the balance between you and that other person. And when it comes down to it, it can get messy. So I would say if you are seriously thinking about buying and you have a significant other and you guys are planning this together, you want to make sure that you are on board 100% with everything.
Yes.
Now you can disagree about the curtains or if the cabinet should be a certain color or whatever. That part's fine.
Yeah.
But if it comes down to you and that other person, are you committed to this person? This person is the person you want to live with.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to get a call from anybody saying, yeah, such and such moved out. And it's happened before. And
hey, I'm gonna say I've seen people break up over curtains.
Oh, okay.
So if you in one of those relationships, please reconsider buying a home. Or if you're gonna buy one, don't include the other person on the mortgage in the deed. Okay, that's all you gotta do.
There you go.
At that point, like he broke down, if there was a split, it's much easier to make it happen. But yeah, I've had people break up over curtains, over a cup.
Ooh.
So just, again, be careful, be plan, and be aware.
There you go. Plan, be aware. And definitely when it comes down to your, I guess you can say your day one person, really look at that person and make sure, is this a right decision? Because this is essentially, I'm gonna be building wealth with this person. Buying a home is creating wealth for yourself.
Absolutely.
Can you build wealth with this person? That's the number one question.
How many people, so what was the amount as far as in the past 12 months, the equity gained in the United States? What was that amount again?
So in the last,
homeowner?
the average homeowner in the last year, someone who had purchased a home in the last year has gained over $50,000 in equity in the United States. On average. Yep. Breaking that down even further, in the state of Indiana, $35,000 as far as home equity goes. So think about this.
A lot of money involved.
$35,000 between you and that significant other. Do you really want your relationship to end and then have to end up messing with that $35,000? Again, finances is a big thing that can end a relationship. Yeah. So think about that.
Just something to consider. We're not trying to have anybody break up.
Yes.
We don't want to cause any issues, okay?
Definitely.
This is all about something you should consider before buying.
Especially so close to Valentine's Day.
Man.
I should have thought about that. Anyway, but hey, look, now it's something that you can bring up and talk to each other about. And for God's sake, please don't propose to your significant other at Olive Garden. That's not classy. Anyway.
Hey, all of our Olive Garden lovers, we love y'all.
Yes. Right.
Mountain Jacks is better though.
If you're going to propose, do it at Mountain Jacks. And then my last final thing, and like I said, this is the trick. The reason you should not purchase a home is if you have not spoken to a real estate advisor. Okay. So there's a lot of people out there who's like, you know what? I'm just going to go out, buy a home. They talk to their bank real quick. They get it pre-approved, but they're just out in the market without an agent. I would say before you even take that step, talk to a real estate advisor. Now, the good thing about that too is that banks will help you as far as, getting pre-approved. They can refer you to real estate agents and different professionals. But I would say before you actually make the decision to buy, I'm going to put in an offer on this home, talk to a real estate advisor. Really break down what it is that you want in a home, how you can afford that home, what your life looks like, and how we can make a home fit into that. Because you are a person of habits. Are your habits going to be conducive to you buying a home, owning this home, keeping this home? On top of that, and it touches back on everything, your significant other, are you guys good enough to sit down together and you can get that other person in and say, hey, we want to talk about buying a home? It's just, there's a lot that goes into buying a home. It's simple, but it's hard.
Yes.
If I can say it like that, it's a simple concept. And we can walk you through the process, no problem. But it is a very hard concept for people to grasp because there's so much involved with it.
Absolutely.
So I would definitely say if you're going to purchase a home, don't do it unless you talk to a real estate advisor.
Love it. And I know you can see Leo behind us. What we want to do is put you in a position where we can toast to each other after you buy, and the year after saying, good work. Everything's still going well. So that's all we're trying to do is we're trying to be like Leo here and share a toast with you. Okay. We got a couple comments come in. Okay. We had Mrs. Haywood. She says, Joseph.
What's up? How's it going?
We have Bree. I think she tagged Courtney. Joseph just met with Courtney. You and Charles.
Yeah, we did.
We did. We're going to be serving her as well. We are excited. So we hope this was helpful for you guys. Again, Our ultimate goal is to always bring clarity to whatever your situation is when it comes to real estate. We want to be a resource for you at all times. And if that means showing you the negatives and what could happen in a transaction or what could happen buying a home, well, we're gonna share that with you. Okay,
Yes.
we're 100% transparent. Joseph, for all the people who have questions and want to learn more about, how do I buy a home, how do I sell a home, so on and so forth, how can they reach you?
Oh, you can reach me by my phone number, 765-409-9285. You can also reach out to me via email. That's joseph@slreg.com. By the way, thank you for that new email address, because it used to be so long. Thank Amanda, our director of operations, who got us new emails because it used to be really long. silverliningregroup.com. Yeah, so that was really hard to type out. Now it's just slreg.com. So yes, you can reach out to me there. And if you have any other questions, hit me up on Facebook. If we're friends on Facebook, you can message me on Facebook. Even if we're not friends, add me. I'll add you back. I don't mind talking to people about these things. I love helping as much as possible. And I found that the biggest thing that keeps people from achieving their goals is lack of clarity, lack of the knowledge needed to do so. By meeting with me or anybody on my team, we're going to give you that knowledge. We're going to give you that clarity, and we're going to work on your goals step by step. So as long as you stick with us to help you get to that point, you have no worries. Just stick to the plan. You should be fine.
Clarity equals speed. Speed equals momentum. Momentum equals success. That's all we're doing for you. Okay.
Man. That's a formula right there. You should be a college professor.
You thought you was the only one spitting?
I thought I was the only one spitting. He jumped on with a hot verse at the end.
All right, well, we don't want to hold you guys too long. Bree, yes, she said that real soon.
Yes, you will.
Hey, Bree, we look forward to serving you as well. We're trying to help as many people as possible. I know Joseph has a goal to help over 50 families this year, so he's going to be extremely busy. And again, like he mentioned before, he has the heart of a teacher and the heart to serve. So we want to help as many people as possible. And even if it just comes down to making a video like this is free education, right? We want to always give you free content. You shouldn't have to go nowhere and pay for this, okay? You should be able to get this for free. So that's what we're here for, is to be that free resource for you. So yes, thank you, Bree, for the comment. Okay, Eric, what's up, Eric?
What's up, Eric?
Appreciate you, my brother. Eric's a great, great, great man. Actually, his wife is one of our agents on the team.
Yes. That's also a thing that's happened a lot too. We've helped a lot of clients and ended up them joining the team. So
I know the show, like what type of work we do.
Exactly.
We are really about contribution. Mrs. McKinney, she says, you've been so helpful thus far, and it's just the beginning. Absolutely.
Yes, thank you so much, Rihanna. We appreciate that. Oh man, that was a great consultation. Oh, by the way, I will meet with you via Zoom too. If you can't make it to the office, that's fine. We can set up Zoom consultations.
Yes.
I have no problems in doing that, and it's just as intuitive in the process as well. So don't worry. Either way I can help you. I'll find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. I also want to end by saying this: knowledge is power, and I like to educate as many people as possible. Power to the people.
I love it. No, you guys trying to show me up. Okay, guys. Well, we appreciate you, Joseph. I appreciate you being on here and sharing your knowledge with the people.
Thank you.
And if you have any questions, please reach out to Joseph. He's available: Facebook, phone number, email, and we will see you guys on the. Actually, you know what? I gotta end it with the way we always end it. Our goal is to help you reach yours. All right. So we're here for you. You gotta stay safe out there. Take care.